Hey there, everyone. This is Alcal playing Slay the Princess. We're gonna be trying The Prisoner once again. Last time, you know, we were a bit aggressive with trying to talk.
Yes. Did you
And
know
then she self-decapitated, which, you know, happens. But turns out it was a ruse. It was a facade. She brought that head. She made like we brought the head outside, and it counted as her as
more like a dungeon.
counted as us reading it outside, which funny. So today I think I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna bring the blade. This is the first time we're gonna go down without the blade, and we'll see what happens. We'll just see. This time I took the time to save just before the chapter starts.
The only furniture of note is an iron table bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
So if this is also a personal chapter 2 ending, then I will have to redrive all the way here, which is fine.
If you want to do this right.
Which is fine. Like, I don't mind having to play a few extra chapters. It's like, oh no, I have to play more of this game I love. What torture. Alright, we're not taking the blade. We're just going
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
Wait, do you really not give me a chance?
Sure. What if she, I don't know, turns it against us?
Yeah.
Which I'm bringing up in a purely hypothetical.
No, but yeah, right?
Yes, I'm sure.
Really?
Turns it against you. She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her. Which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world. Okay. I'm trusting you.
Wow!
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go.
Wow, they're just... They refuse my decision. They refuse the decider.
Wonderful. You do exactly right. Sweeping the blade
Okay.
from the table before proceeding to the basement.
Wow, well that's fun.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
We have a knife.
So then
what?
we got a knife,
Well,
whether
you
we
have
want to or
so-
not. So, did we ever have the septic alone? Like, I feel like we only ever had him in a group
No,
setting,
you don't
right?
have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on.
Because yeah, like he's just like, no, you're taking it, and I was funneled. That's fun.
The
All
door
right.
to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
See, like we just listened to this yesterday, and yet I still feel compelled to let it play out and listen to it.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Yesterday never
I wonder what
happened for any of
visitors she
you.
could be referring to. Were we not the first? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes
This
with
is
the
like the
princess.
saddest cat.
She looks up at you.
Just like a little
the heavy
kitty
collar around her
with
neck
like a
clanking
harness
loudly as
that
she
really
moves.
doesn't want to wear
The
it.
chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
Alright, so let's not approach at all. Let's see what else
Should
can
we
happen.
be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall?
Alright, the
Odd
friend
that in a
shackle.
place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Okay. I don't want to leave. I mean... No, I want to spend time with her.
You step towards the princess,
I want
but
to
she stops you before you
explore
get too
here.
close, holding up one shackled
Just
hand.
not get aggro when I get the chance to get aggro, like I did. Like I did when we ended up going with the wet gray, basically.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Yes, very reasonable.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Like if I had the option to just like toss my knife in a corner and do it.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
You really want me to just leave?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game.
So I think I said
But
that
yeah,
yesterday, last time.
I remember.
So you've already been here. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being
That's still a
damned to
very
oblivion.
funny sentence. Heroically slay a
The situation
princess.
right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
Yeah, yeah.
A contingency for what?
For failure.
For you failing.
Yeah.
Obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
By the way, this is canon. I'm just sitting there silently
If you
while
knew
she's
this,
staring.
why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
First version of me you've ever met is the one that just left immediately.
That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself.
Do you think you're the first
At
hero?
least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky
Do
for
you
that.
really think you're the first one?
Exactly. He gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. All right? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
That we
The
understand.
more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even
Okay,
saying
so-
that is too much. Your success
Again, sorry for the
hinges on
repeat,
you having
but
imperfect information.
I want to
For
make
the sake
sure.
of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
That's all I'm doing.
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here?
I feel like I should just tell her outright.
There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
No.
Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
Yeah.
Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her. Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests. No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me.
No.
And watch me work.
That is not gonna happen.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that. She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't. Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him. Possibly even more than we can't trust her.
This is true.
Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Yeah.
The last time we met, your body tried to kill me.
This is true.
If you take a moment to imagine yourself in my position, I think you'll understand why letting you near me with that thing is untenable.
Yeah, I get it.
So, be a good bird and hand it over. And if being nice isn't enough motivation, well, I think you're aware that I'm not afraid to resort to violence.
Yeah? Can you use violence from all the way
If
there?
you come near me with that thing, I will strangle you with these chains.
That is
She
true.
doesn't beat around the bush, does she? Yes, it's almost like she's a fundamentally bad person who wishes to inflict pain on others. Or it's another bluff.
No hard feelings, of course. But you should be aware of my position.
Ha. Will she let me? Let's try.
Do you
Let's see
think
what
these
happens.
chains take away my saying things? I said no.
Alright.
As you
I
move
kinda
towards
expected
the princess,
that.
she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fists.
Like, I'm hoping that she kills me is the thing.
In an instant, they're around your neck, both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly. The metal chains constrict around your windpipe as the princess heaves with a muscled intensity.
Drop the knife or you die.
What is she doing? We weren't trying to attack her. I can see where she might have gotten the wrong idea. She doesn't have much agency
yeah.
here. Would we have trusted her if she walked up to us with a blade again, after what happened between us? How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted? But while strangulation can be very distracting, she's not armed, and you have your pristine blade. End her before she ends you.
Yeah, if I drop it, she'll just pick it up, right? If I slay, we go on the path of the gray. If I drop it, okay, I feel like I did something wrong. Like, if we drop, it drops.
weapon
Yeah,
falls
we
your
get to
hands.
this
It
scene.
wasn't so hard.
It wasn't
She
so hard,
pulls
and she
up her
cuts
hair,
herself. Alright.
smiling slightly as she raises the blade to her throat.
Yeah, I think I need to restart. I just want to go through this sequence to see if they react differently to her. Like, they discuss the possibility of her surviving decapitation. So let's just see if they believe her to be dead.
You can.
What is she does?
I can look away.
You close your eyes. Doesn't stop you hearing every grisly detail.
That's
The
fun.
splitting of skin, the wet mulching of severed veins, the grinding of metal against bone. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
Why would she do that?
So that's her play. Killing herself? We don't know that she's dead.
That's right.
We're not even watching it happen. She could just be faking those sounds.
Very good at folly work.
And then, finally, you hear a snap and an uneasy silence. There is a slow and fleshy tear. Hard to fake that. This is worse than watching.
Well, open your eyes then.
Yet our eyes are still
Okay, I guess I'm in charge of the eyes.
Finally, there's the soft thud of something roughly head-sized bouncing against the floor, and the clattering of chains as they drop along with it. I think you can open your eyes now.
Okay, do you think she's still alive?
Oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
Please give me the option to put it back.
Princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
Got any opinions on that, Skeptic?
So I guess that's it. What a way to go.
Okay.
But she is gone.
So discussing that she could survive that
I
maybe
hate this. Can we just get out of here
does not
now,
make them believe
please?
that she would have just
Of
survived
course,
this.
the princess is slain and the world is saved.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Like, I don't have like
Now,
another
hold
option,
on.
right?
She's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
I don't have an angle.
Alright, I'm reloading.
Just looking
Guess I'll take the blade since it won't let me not take the blade.
What an
Alright, let's just leave. I'm just going to leave her here. Leave.
By divine will, just as you finish the thought, you hear a door slam.
Ha!
I'm afraid you won't be leaving until the task is finished. It doesn't matter how many chains she's in, without your intervention,
Okay.
she'll find a way out eventually.
Okay.
That's not fair.
That is not fair.
Unless you deal with her right here, right now, she will remain an existential threat to the entire world. What seems unfair to you is fair for everyone else.
Okay.
So it's not even safe to think. I see how it is.
How surprising. They locked you down here too.
Yeah, they just did. It's pretty rude.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you...
This is the
There's
same.
fine.
This is the
That's
same.
reasonable. You do as she asks.
Thank you.
I can slay the princess or slay the princess. Alright, let's ask about the friend bracer.
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
It feels a bit big, but...
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
I'm just gonna...
You have everything you need to deal with her and save the world.
I'm just gonna be
I'm
despondent.
sure the door will open as soon as you finish your incredibly important task.
Really? Do you know that?
Doesn't sound like we'll be able to talk him into letting us leave. Yeah, not a chance. He's single-minded about this. But don't worry. There are plenty of things that aren't in his control. Oh? For instance... us. Her. But mostly us. If he didn't have his limits, we wouldn't be here.
Well
Not
thought.
like this.
Well thought. I mean, I don't have a lot of options here.
I wouldn't do that if I
Let's
were you.
explore the shackle.
And why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is? And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
Probably, now that you said it out loud.
I don't know. Maybe it will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
But what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't. I am.
Alright, let's inspect the friend shackle.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
To be fair, like, the way we're holding it, like, it's very unlikely that it would get us stuck.
What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad. Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time. Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism.
Okay.
Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck.
Alright, so I feel like everyone predicted that would happen.
As if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Excuse me?
Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Like, that's kind of silly.
Yes.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
That is pretty funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
We'll need the smitten to, carve ourselves out.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
No.
Okay, I believe you.
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not. Nope.
Fair.
That's rude. You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything.
I mean, there's 2 of me. There's technically 3 of me. We can do a group thing that only requires
This is
talking.
so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent.
At least the world is safe.
Right?
It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything.
It's safe while we're here, though.
She's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does.
But
Your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again.
Are we just, like, not able to starve?
And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
Like, are we well, I guess we are an eternal
if
being.
time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
I suppose you're correct.
Oh.
Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there. But then they get larger and larger.
That's funny. It's like the narrator didn't consider that. Then he thought about it, does that little pause, and it's like, yeah, I guess so. Oh.
I don't like small talk, remember?
It can be a one-sided small talk.
Still rude.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happens to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
And neither of us.
I guess she hasn't.
There's like a freaking tree growing in now.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass and pass.
Like, for this to happen,
pass.
like, this is like beyond like a century. Like, this is gigantic amount of time.
Until suddenly,
Whoa!
there are no walls.
Well, we did it!
And
Then he disappears, because we're outside, technically.
And?
I think he's gone.
Oh no, but it's an end.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
But that's not a sticker! Dang it, that's really cool. This is really cool.
So this is the outside world. It's cold.
But it doesn't help me. Okay. Well, that's pretty original way to get this, to get a chapter end. Like, this is pretty neat. But it's not what I need. See, like, it's saving us getting locked in together. And it saved us fighting, it saved me decapitating her. Ah, man, there's the ending. There's something I'm missing. There's something I can do that I am not able to think about. And I don't know what it is. Next time, I guess.